If I follow somebody or am mutuals with somebody because they make political content or predominantly make political content, there is a 99.9% chance that one of the big reasons I will follow them is because they bring the receipts. They don't just willy-nilly say shit like people on the right do, right? They back up what they say with data. And this is another instance of somebody on the right just saying shit and somebody on the left, who I follow, who I'm mutuals with, bringing the receipts.
We're going to learn a little lesson today. So, Christina here left this comment, and it says, we cannot compare Texas to Virginia. If you look at our districts and how Virginia has voted in the past, you will notice a trend. The majority of Virginia always votes red, and a few counties closest to DC always vote blue. The blue counties, because of the way electoral votes are calculated, end up overriding the votes of the majority of the state. That causes disenfranchisement. You're not from Virginia, you don't get to talk about it. This doesn't fairly represent a new map of 10-1. How wrong could you be? Let me show you. I got you a new map, because I'm a petty fool. So I sent my friend all this, I got this back. Republicans win 92% of land area. Land. You win 92% of land. But when it comes to the population of the people voting, Democrats win 53.6%. And if you go over to that population density, you can definitely compare the land, how it doesn't vote. And if you needed more help, the most populated land counties right there only account for like 150,000 people, when the most populated counties in your state of Virginia account for 4 million people. That's roughly 50% of your entire state just in those 10 counties. But don't worry, it gets better. You have right now two representatives that account for those kind of population numbers. And if we're really going down to the nitty gritty of maps here, you take into account these blue spaces. DC is only at the top over by this one, but we can notice that there are 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 big, huge clumps of Democratic areas that aren't near DC. So it seems like Democrats, not just by DC, don't want to fuck with Republicans. And let's not count for the fact that there are 8.9 million people in Virginia as of 2024 when I did all this data for. They said about 1.3 to 1.5 million people just chose not to vote. Just chose not to. And that's not including the other 2.5 that they're accounting for that were under 18, felons, undocumented, people that just could not vote because of the laws. So here's your key takeaway, just off the bat. Land doesn't fuck. Number 2 takeaway, I'm going to speak on whatever the I want to speak on, and that's just how it's going to go. And this is a great comparison to Texas when it comes to the Virginia Constitution, the Texas Constitution, the way we conduct visual aids to help you understand that land doesn't go and population does. And to tell you that 10-1 is a pretty accurate representation of how your counties work and how your land doesn't count as people. Hope that helps.
That is called bringing the receipts. Yeah, you guys win the most land. You don't have the most people. You don't win the most votes. And land doesn't vote. You can show me maps of seas of red all day long. It doesn't amount to jack shit. I know I live in the state of Illinois. People are constantly showing me the electoral maps for the state of Illinois. Look at all of these red counties. You mean all those counties with no people in them? Yeah, I see it. Time to get it through your skull. Just because you're cornholing the local livestock doesn't mean the local livestock's heading down to the voting booth to vote side by side with you. Your sheep don't vote, your cows don't vote, your pigs don't vote, and your cornstalks don't vote. Land doesn't fucking vote.